the days that I am consistent, the times, the periods when I am consistent with journaling, it works wonders. So I don't even know why I get out of that habit, but I'm working on something that's going to help me with that.
From that's like breaking the mold. You supposed to do what you told. The elders' words are like gold. From the concrete you rose, you determine how far you go. So don't never sell your soul, and never think you're too old to watch all of it unfold. On this dream I am sold. Let's see how far this goes.
What's up, squad? Ranks, Banks, the Wealthy Trader tapping in with some more fire, lit, authentic content. And if this is your first time on the channel, welcome to the channel. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you want to see the journey of a beautiful soul just out here living, trading, traveling, loving my wife, and sharing it so I can have something to go back and look at, and also maybe inspire a couple people along the way. And if you're a returner, you already know the vibes. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Y'all, in this video, we about to go into this weekly analysis on GBP Futures, what I'm looking for throughout the week, some possible scenarios, so that maybe that you can, you know, take a look at it, see if it helps you out, look at some of the areas I got marked up throughout the week, maybe even take a trade. It ain't no signals, because what I do ain't financial advice. Again, just me sharing my shit. I got this battery beeping, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hop into the computer and we're gonna see what we're looking for this week. Let's go. All right, y'all, so we're gonna hop into this week's weekly analysis. Today is Sunday, March the 31st, 2:43 p.m. I'm currently, you know where, in Pattaya. We're gonna get into this analysis. So this is GBP Futures. Y'all know what I trade, and this is the daily chart. But let me see. Let's take a look at the weekly. Oh yeah. Automatically, we can see that we are what? In a bearish trend, okay, on a weekly basis. What's kind of concerning and interesting. Oh yeah. So price, look at this, y'all. This is crazy. When you see this stuff, you just can't unsee it. Literally. Price took out these lows, this low right here. And then what did it do? It immediately turned around. It broke structure. This is the most recent high back then. Let me label this so we can be locked in together. That's our breaking structure. Boom. This is our, that's our breaking structure. My bad, y'all. This is our run on liquidity. What's the sell side run on liquidity? Sell side liquidity run. Boom, boom. So we got one, liquidity ran. Boom, breaking structure in the opposite direction. And look, y'all see this fair value gap? Y'all, this is how precise you can get with it. Now, granted, this is a weekly chart, but this is still good. Y'all can live off this markup for a minute. All right, let's see. I like to be precise with it because precision is key. So we're gonna go from this high to that. That's the fair value gap. Let's take this off. And we're gonna just extend this out. All right, y'all. So we know this is a target that price could potentially be coming down to. Fair value gap. That's just something to keep in mind. All right, that's for future. Anywho, so going to most recent price action, okay, that was overall on a weekly basis. It's going to take forever for that to play out. So if we look at our most recent price action, we have these highs here. Let's see if we got the wick. This high is 42.45, and this high is 42.56. All right, so we got the wick. That ran that liquidity, but that's still, in my opinion, equal highs. But we're going to go from this most recent swing high, external swing high, up here, that high, down to this external low. All right. So boom, this is the range that we are working with on a weekly basis. Let me delete delete this so y'all not confused. This the range we're working with on a weekly basis, y'all. Now, as you can see, what the price do? It literally wicked off the 0.705, and it immediately broke structure. Okay. If you look over here, it pulled back into this fair value gap right here and this order block. Yeah, I really don't trade order blocks, but that's just something to note. But this fair value gap coupled with this 0.705 coupled with this order block push price down. All right, so we know we still in a downtrend. So let's get into even more recent price action. All right, let's get into this range of liquidity. This range of liquidity right here. Okay, so what did price do? Price took out these lows right here. All right, and then it didn't give us a break of structure, y'all. You see that this down pull, there was never a pullback to create any structure really. So it never gave us any structure to break. So this was just a pullback. And again, it pulled back to the 7.9. Now if we look in here, y'all, as y'all can see, price is fractal. Literally, I just showed y'all the same exact thing here. It pulled back to what? The 7.9, 7.5. We got it here on a smaller time frame. This is just confluences that you can use. Excuse me. I'm still sick. Well, I'm getting better. I'm not sick. I'm getting better. But these are confluences that you can use in your analysis. All right, so let's take this off for a second. I'm gonna introduce a new concept. Not really, because I always talk about it. I always talk about accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. That's what price does. Price is going to accumulate. When it's accumulating, it's not doing anything but generating liquidity, creating money for the markets to be able to move. Because as you can see, people are their stop losses here. Its stop losses here. Why? I mean, its stop losses above here because obviously that's resistance, right? And then we got this down here. We got support. Boom. So look at what price does. Price comes out of this a little bit. This is accumulation, manipulation, and then it distributes where? Back above these highs to clear out these highs right here. And then it impulsively begins to push down. So with this price action right here is giving me the indication or the thought that price can at least start to make its way down here because you know we got this fair value gap. Now, um, so with all that information in mind, what can we think about? We can think about price. We're looking for sells. I said this last week. My sell never came. I never got the sell that I wanted. But the reason that the sell that I wanted never came is because the buy that I wanted never came. So let's go into this daily chart so y'all can see a little clearer. You see that accumulation, y'all? And really, if you really think about it, this is all accumulation. So that could have been a little manipulation of distribution, but in the grand scheme of things, this is the consolidation. All right. So we still in technically what a consolidation. But if we look at price action and we see that we're gonna ask ourselves, what did price do? Where's price at? And where could it potentially be going? In order to do that, figure that out, we have to figure out what did price do. So price, these highs, all this liquidity that was over here, price literally ran it. Okay. And this is on the daily chart. It ran it and then it started, boom, pushing down, making lows. Okay. And then we got this impulsive candle here, boom, push down. Now, for a breaker structure to take place, we would need a candle to close below this low. This candle closed below this low, but it's still not the close that I would like to see. I want to see like it push through. That's going to give me that confirmation that price can push down even further. However, again, this is a daily chart. So if we're looking for what kind of trade can we take this week potentially, let's look at the 4-hour chart and let's look at a smaller range, okay? Looking at most recent price action, which is this high. Let me get this. This high to this low, literally. Okay. Within this high and this low, what has been happening? Higher, there's a higher high created, boom, a lower high. A higher high, boom, a lower high. A higher high, boom, a lower high. So we're still waiting for another higher high to be formed if price is going to continue to push down to start getting some of that liquidity that's down below here. Okay. So with that in mind, literally this week, I need to be patient and see if we can get price to pull back up into here. Okay. If I can get price to pull, oops, if I can get price to pull back into here, we're gonna go down into a lower time frame to see if we can get a better a better entry. Because technically, I could, if I wanted to, I could do this. I can make my life very simple, and I can put an entry here. I could have two entries. Okay, I could put an entry here, a low entry, a low lot entry, or a low contract, or one contract entry here. Okay, with a stop loss here. I don't like to do that. That looks disgusting, but I mean, some people will, with the intent to at least take it back down to these lows and further. All right, that's a nice little 1 to 6 risk to reward, but that's not what I would be looking for. I like to take my entries between the 705 and the 79. So I could go with this play. That's a nice 1 to 2, or I could go with this play. That's a nice 1 to 3. So I could put one contract here, and I could put like 2 or 3 contracts here. That's one way I can get into this trade if that plays out. Now, the next way I can get into this trade is if I go down to a lower time frame and I begin to look and see, are there any other confluences that line up with my 7.9 or my 7.5? Whatever I do, I want to purchase. I want to sell up here in premium. All right. So I want to sell anywhere above here. Anywhere above this line, above there is where I want to sell. Okay. Now, y'all know I love my fair value gaps, and I don't talk about inversion fair value gaps much on this channel, but I use inversion fair value gaps as well. So look, there was a fair value gap over here. Theoretically, this fair value gap should have held up. Price came down here, right here. It tapped it, and that just used it to go pull some more buy side liquidity, right? But we didn't break this high. We just created a new lower internal high. But what did price do? Price smashed through it. Okay, it came back and smashed through it. Like that just don't even exist. Like it just completely disrespected it. So now what I can expect for price, what could potentially happen, price could come back and use that same fair value gap as resistance, as some people would say. Okay, so that entry lines up with the 709, which is where in premium. So if I can get price to pull back here, that's an even better. Let me see. I could do something like this if I wanted to. I could go. I could go to tap of this because we ain't gonna get greedy with it. And I could put, if I wanted to, I could put my stop loss right here. Okay, with the intent to take it price back down to here. That's a nice 1 to 4. But if we go back to the weekly time, if the play really holds out, y'all, of course, I'm not about to be holding. I mean, this is futures. I couldn't if I wanted to. This could be an entry to come all the way down here. No, I wouldn't do that though. You know what I mean? But this is just something to think about. This is what these principles, this is how people can get really good entries, swing entries. Um, y'all know what I'm trying to do. But I could I could bring price down to here if I wanted to. At least we can monitor sells, because since we can't just hold price, we can monitor sells down to here. I mean, you will want to have TPs along the way. So this would be a good TP for you, these lows. Another good TP, you got a low here. Another good TP. Look at this. This is beautiful. We got equal lows here, y'all. See, this is like more indication that price could definitely potentially come back down here. If we get over here, we got these lows. And even if you look at these lows right here, I always talk to y'all about inducement. Price literally almost cleared out this low, but it didn't. All right. Right above this fair value gap. So all of these confluences is giving me confidence in this sell this week. It's just a matter of being patient and waiting for it to play out. And if it don't, knowing that if it don't happen this week, I just got it got to be what it is. Now, another trade that I'm looking at taking this week, because I do anticipate price to go up, is a buy. All right, is the buy up. Now, in order for that to happen, let's clear this out. Let me at least take this off. And let me take that off too. All right, boom. Now for the buy, let's look at this. You see this right here? These lows? This is why I was looking for the buy up last week into the sell. Because price literally came to these lows right here. Price came to these lows and took them out. Boom. All right. But also, if you look here, if you look right here, this low, you see what price did? It literally left an equal low. Now, if price comes down here and takes out these lows before going higher, that could be a thing. However, that's not really what I would anticipate to happen. Simply because, look at this. You see these lows right here? Price cleared that low out, right? And then what did it do? It immediately reversed, okay? It gave us a pullback, and what did it do? Boom, broke structure. So now I'm looking at this as what? A sell side liquidity run. If you get some value here, drop in the comment section and let me know. That'll let me know if I should keep making these types of videos, if y'all really, you know what I mean, fucking with them. So when you look at this, boom. Okay. So price broke structure here, right? Because it cleared out this old low. Because price came and created this low. I mean, it cleared out this high. Price came, created this low, created this high, came back down, created this low, and boom, it broke this lower high right here. So now we got to break a structure, and we also had a fair value gap. Now price closed below this fair value gap. Yes, it did. However, if we pull out the fib for this range down here, for this breaking structure, it literally came to the 7-9 and rejected. All right. So based off of that information, I'm looking for price to, let's see, where can we come to? Oh yeah. You can see the breaker structure better on the 30-minute time frame. All right. So based off of this run right here, price can easily come down to where my area 7-9. Why? Because we have lows right here that are relatively equal that price could clear out, and where do they rest? Right above this fair value gap. So with this trade, again, I could easily put a pending order in that look like this to ride this up. And because price, it's not a guarantee that price will come here, okay, y'all? So what I do is, this is how I use discount and premium for my exits. I could literally take this up to right here, to the premium. All right, that's one trade I can have. I could enter another contract, another 2 contracts, if price came down here, because this is literally 50%. Let me get this off so y'all can see it better. When it comes to these fair value gaps, there are 3 places that they react price. Either right here at the top of it, the middle, or the bottom. All right. The middle is usually really good reacting space. God dang, I keep doing the same thing. So if we look at 50% of this fair value gap is right here. Okay. We're gonna put a horizontal ray at 50% of the FVG. So we'll know. All right. So boom. We know that this dotted line is 50% of the fair value gap. If I wanted to, what I could do, let's bring this bad boy back out. What I could do is enter along here, because I know this is 50. This is right in between the golden zone, and boom, my stop loss price shouldn't go here below here. However, just to be safe, I like to put my stop loss right there. And if I was just didn't want to necessarily take this trade too far, this is a good almost 1 to 3 right here. You know what I mean? That's a nice little play. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at this week, y'all. We're gonna see how price plays out. I'm going to get this chart saved, and I'm gonna publish it on TradingView, and I'll drop the link so that you guys can go back to refer to it, just to see how it played out, how it's playing out throughout the week. And also, if you want to put mark some of these same areas on your chart, so that you can just watch price when it gets to those areas, so that you can begin to train your eye and your brain on how to identify these concepts. All right, y'all, so that's what we looking at for this week. That's where we at with it. If you found some value in this video, let me know. I had absolutely no plans to make that video 21 minutes long, but that's just, I literally was about to do my markup for the week, and I was like, let me go ahead and record this and get this content out there, because it may be beneficial to somebody, and also it's just good for me for my own personal journaling and just my own personal journaling purposes and data collecting, because I find often that, like, I'll do my markups and then I won't save them nowhere. I won't have nothing really to go back on, and I can be the first person to tell you, when it comes to journaling, I'm not the best journaler when it comes to my trades. The days that I am consistent, the periods when I am consistent with journaling, it works wonders. So I don't even know why I get out of that habit, but I'm working on something that's going to help me with that. Shout out to my homie. He tweeted this on Twitter. He was very transparent with this post, and it sparked an interest for TradeZella for me. So I'm already looking into TradeZella, and I'm definitely going to be purchasing that so that I can use that for my journaling purposes. But nonetheless, this video will allow me to be able to go back and look at the end of the week at what I was looking at versus what I did. My message to you, to myself for this week, to you, okay, and to me, this is for us. We in this together. My message for us is to be patient and wait for price to show us what it's going to do. We did not do that last week, and we cannot think that we are going to evolve as traders if we continue to make the same mistakes that we've made in the past. So This week we're gonna practice patience, and we're gonna wait for these setups. And if the setups don't present themselves, we ain't trading. We don't need to rush nothing. I was in a rush mode because I want to pass this combine so I can go ahead and be funded, you know what I mean, as a futures trader and start getting these payouts. But I know everything is a process, and I gotta respect that. So that's my message to us this week. Let's be patient and respect the process. Thank you if you stuck around to the end of this video. I appreciate all the love and support that you always showing me. Let's go out and have a great trading week. All right, peace, love, and positive vibes. If you don't follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter and on Instagram, because I be really Twitter. I'm on Instagram as well, but Twitter is where I love my trading content. So go follow me on Twitter, and you'll see what's going on throughout the week. I let people know what's going on, what I'm doing, and my trades and stuff like that. So yeah, go check me out on Twitter. All right, peace, love, and positive vibes. Y'all be great. Hey.
The truth of who you are, you were born to be a star. The sun rules my world, so I let it play its part. It's my golden art. We connected from the start.